Dear Diary, so today is Saturday, 7th of September. It's 11:43 p.m. and it's 32 degrees right now. Somehow, how the curtains out there are swirling and whatsoever. It's pretty windy, I guess. Pretty decent weather for a little stroll. If it was only possible, thanks to the amount of dogs that could be out there. Although, it would be expected that I would have a lot to say, but unfortunately, I don't think there is anything much to say. Aside of the fact that it's another day, and I've been in conflict, and I've been in another and daily internal conflict on whether I would be, whether I would be fine and dandy and having, like, a peaceful time with no worries, no thoughts that are going to be hurting my ass. Or, most probably, I'm going to be like whether that or I'd probably losing my mind. Still a day, don't worry. So, I might probably not pretty much at all at this point. Like I think we might be, instead of going down and up, instead of going up and getting better, I might be getting pretty shit, The day has pretty much started with literally the cleaning lady. I was looking at my mom ringing on my phone, waking me up, making me sleep in my sister's room and stuff. Then literally, the cleaning lady had fucking woke me up. And it was like 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. or some shit. And eventually, like, after all of that, I pretty much eventually got myself up at like 2:30 p.m. or something. And, well, surprisingly, the day has been pretty decent. It's been going pretty smooth. Like, no dull surprises. No shit. Although, it's still internal. Still getting pretty conflicted on whether I'm okay or not. Whether I'm okay with this entire situation. Whether I'm, whether I'm going to be having fun and, be able to play, the entirety of Sailor Moon Super on the SNES without literally losing my shit, or that's just gonna ruin my day or something. I don't know. In other words, I've had quite a huge internal conflict to the point where I've been literally rotting my brain with some cursed shit, like literally, I'm giving myself a brain rot and some cancer stuff, like watching AVGN videos on double speed, but using the 0.5 speed option to make it sound like a normal speed AVGN episode, And I literally have been quite plagued about the fucking Hong Kong 97 music, and decided to search for some Sofa Gunner meme remixes on that shit. Oh boy. That is just like you only need such cursed stuff into your brain so that you can just brain rot it entirely. And before even that, I was I was trying to play the entirety of Sailor Moon Super on the SNES, that one fighting game. And believe it or not, surprisingly, when I literally finished the entire game, even with continues on the hard difficulty, it actually still brings the ending. Which is pretty awesome because I was able to listen to fucking Tuxedo Mirage on the ending screen. Which feels pretty good. Oh man. The last continue, literally at like the time that I won against fucking Haruka in that fight, I was able to make a well goddamn and played Silver Crystal Super. Like, woof. It was super fucking epic. Seriously. It felt very good. A real well-timed clutch super. Like it was literally the third round. I was about to be dead. And then, right before I was gonna get hit or command grabbed, Silver Crystal has served my ass. Yeah. And surprisingly, I was able to get through the inner Senshis on the first try. And I guess my combination for the ACS really have been working out. All you need is a Tiara action to damage some of their health. Lamau. Well, then after that, it was brain rotting session time. And oh god. I may have had my brain cursed for eternity with all the chipmunk voiced video, chipmunk edited voiced videos with a normal pace. Like seriously, try watching a double speeded video with the 0.5 speed setting on. Gee, you're literally gonna be having a lot of goddamn fun with this shit. And a lot of brain rot. See, that's what I've been pretty much doing. Like before that news came in and after. Literally just brain rotting myself. And believe it or not, this unfortunately works in ways that makes me feel slightly better. But honestly, no matter what I will do, that feeling still comes back because it's just so hard to swallow the fact that I'm gonna be living like pretty much alone with only my uncle in the house, going in and out, and it's gonna be only my uncle in there, and who fucking knows what's gonna happen. Like, I might not be able to make it through the first day, and I'm not ready to see my mom leaving the house for fucking Saudi Arabia. It's just not gonna feel, it's just, just gonna be fucking shit. A complete piece of shit. Really. Like I know at some point, if I'm gonna be independent, I'm gonna have to get used to the fact that I'm gonna be dealing through things alone. But yeah, I guess this pretty much means that I'm not ready to be independent. Not ready to face real life. Not ready for any of that shit. Like imagine literally going through 4 years of college with just only your uncle. And the only times that you're going to be able to be seeing your family is by fucking traveling to Saudi Arabia. to pretty much be with them throughout your holiday. Because I'm sorry, but it's fucking bullshit. And it's horrible. Like, all the times that I've been with my family at is gonna be literally reduced to be on a fucking short time and a holiday. It's so horrible. And the worst thing about that, I could literally, like, you know, the worst thing about that is that this is going to be going for 4 college years. The main 4 college years of my life. So, it's going to be horrible. It's not going to get any better. Like, seriously. Education is so fucked up. It is so fucked up that it begs for the question, what is it, like, isn't it supposed to be, I don't know, isn't it supposed to be safe, decent, and making people's lives a bit easier? But no, it does the complete opposite. And I believe whoever is listening to this can fucking relate to me on these points, because in all seriousness, just pure insanity. Oh well. Oh well. Like, I don't know. If only it didn't have to be that way. Like, I know I have had the choice to literally just stay with my family in Saudi Arabia and study at my current major there. But let's be honest, I could have regretted that. But what I didn't know is that I could have been regretting this pretty horribly. And I know that I have had other 3 choices that I would have regretted on them even more. Or 2 choices for that matter. Like, either I would have been forced to live in the college city, like living in a college city would have been much worse. Because, number one, I've never experienced what it feels like to be in college. Like, I've never experienced what it feels like to be in a hospital for a few weeks. And medical education stuff like that. And then there was the easy choice of living with my grandma. And yeah, that's just way out of the question, because seriously, being with my grandma and being in her area for pretty much 1 year before my mom could eventually come back and live with me whatsoever is super out of the question. I wouldn't have been able to sleep, nor I would have been able to live any better. And the distance from here and whatever college I was going to end up at was going to be abysmal, to the point that I shouldn't even bother applying to the fucking college. Just literally apply to a goddamn, college that is exclusive to the city that my grandma's in. Like, for real. Like, for real. It's a fucking waste of life, and a waste of entire humanity, and a waste of money, and a waste of everything. Seriously. And comparing what I'm going with these days to those other few choices, on the surface it would seem, a pretty good deal. Gonna be living at my own house, but it's gonna be only my uncle with me these days, and not to mention, well, Not to mention, he would be a little bit more, a little bit open. I can understand that, but it's just completely wrong. Like the toxic and its surface seems to be, you know, open and fair, and pretty much checks on all the marks, except that it doesn't. It just there's something wrong, and this is the fact that ulcers out the way, and I'm tired of drinking. And with that, just going back to my current freaking major in my home university, I just study for it with my parents in there and everything. And when the time comes for the exams, I'll be flying my ass back to Egypt, going through the exam times, and then boom. Yeah. But again, this will probably have been feeling sad, except now. Yeah, except for nowadays. But I can't help but feel very grateful for what the fuck I have chosen. And literally, like, you know what's the crazy part about this? Is that in Egypt, there's like a huge case of people literally making it into decent places, you know? Like people making it in life and succeeding for quite a good time in a major that wasn't their desired major. Like, it's so fucking ironic. Like, literally, a lot of people, including the entire family, they went to majors that isn't their desired major, and yet they have fucking made it into life. They have, like, you know, not only my family, but lots of people out there. Like, there's been lots of people out there who just wanted to be in a specific faculty, but then God literally had fucking, you know, stopped them from getting to that kind of faculty and forced them to choose another. And ironically and unfortunately, they have been making it. They have been making it into life. And for this one, I've got a bad feeling about this. Yeah. And you know what? It might have probably been the better for me. Like, it might have been probably better for me to just stick it to fucking history. And that was just it. Cause here's the fucking craziest thing. Like I was going for French, and I thought, well, I was getting decent at French. And well, the fucking department / faculty / major had another goddamn opinion. By literally making me fail an entire fucking year. 2 of them thanks for the fucking registration or application bullshit, and a few other subjects due to how fucking ass they were. And then there's history. Well, I gotta say, like, no matter how much you think you're decent in something, like, no matter how much you remember how decent you used to be and how much you were answering and doing some cool stuff back in the day, well, You're gonna come into this kind of field and boom, you're getting fucked in the ass. That's pretty much how I could sum up my experience at the history department. But since I'm at fucking English, like at fucking English department, a British, and in a fucking British university, that could be a problem. Yeah, I'm literally saying this now, but this could be a fucking problem. Especially with how ridiculously, awfully hard the test was. Like, that application test. Like, jeez. Couldn't they have the courtesy to even, like, test me on stuff that I used to, have any kind of background on? Like the listening part when the forecast dude was talking about the weather, and literally was pretty much the only thing that I was confident in. But the rest, and the way that the questions were placed, along with the reading sections, like, god damn, couldn't you at least test me in fucking grammar or word structure? Hell, could you fucking test me in speaking? But no. And I know that they have been tests up in about choosing, but jeez, they aren't the tests where I could just close my eyes and just solve this shit like pretty easily, like how I used to be. Because back at school, almost like every English thing that I used to have, whether it's in choosing or in fucking right or wrong or whatsoever, I would have literally been answering most of this stuff without even having to read half of the paragraphs or having to read any of the half of the question. I would just choose, and choose. Yeah, I was overly confident in my goddamn language. But this one, jeez, that's literally like how the French application test did to me. Like, sure, it's literally English this time, but God, if this is what kind of the topic that we're going to be taking at the university, we're fucking screwed, man. I'm completely screwed. And it's gonna be all in British. And, yup, I'm gonna admit, I have never had any interaction with any British related stuff, except for the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. The Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And even that I have lost my memories from. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and Assassin's Creed fucking Syndicate. Like, seriously, those are pretty much my goddamn experiences towards British related stuff. I want to make this even more interesting and ridiculous? Absolutely. Like, fucking British talking people, or technically British talking people in American games, like Ignis from Final Fantasy 15. Almost the entirety of freaking, the Xenoblade Chronicles cast. Except that they might not be 100% British. You know what I mean. Like, oh, Bayonetta. Bayonetta's last voice actress. Yeah. And, of course, Dimitrescu. Giant Mommy Dimitrescu. And most of these don't even amount to any kind of knowledge for shit. Because the real knowledge comes in if you're such a reader about lots of real life related stuff like fucking book and book reviewing and fucking summer picks, or what the fuck did the Juno craft have been discovering from the celestial euphoria? I don't even know. I mean, hey, I'm glad that I passed through. I'm glad that I passed through this, and the only few things that can be done are giving out the rest of the documents and paying the fee. But honestly, if anyone would ask me, I'm pretty sure that you're going to be ready by now for what's going to be happening from the university when the college starts and everything. Now I'm like, no, I'm absolutely not ready. I'm absolutely not ready. Because that's the application test only. That we're screwed, man. We're screwed. And I mean, hey. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just that I'm not ready to experience this entire thing as a whole. You know, from start to finish, from the day my mom leaves, until the day that college starts, until the time that even the first semester finishes. No, the first week of the college even finishes. And okay, I know some people would say, God, you're being pathetic. Have some faith in yourself. You can do it. You can't be just scared. There is no way that someone out there is talking like this. I really wish I was just acting or over-exaggerating, or like, pretending to feel pretty shitty, but I am dead serious. I am like not ready. Like, that alone is a sample of what the fuck you're gonna be at when you're gonna be forced to be pretty much alone with what is close to be your roommate. Like, thank God I avoided the college dorm option, because really, I don't want to end up living in a fucking college dorm as if it's fucking Harry Potter. I really want to have some faith, and I really want to trust myself and trust that everything's going to be alright. But with how things have been progressing in the past few days, damn, bro. Like, I'm completely not ready. And like, who knows what the fuck is going to happen to me? Like, I could end up passing out. I could end up being late for the first lecture. Which is another shit that's gonna be added to the fucking balls. And the worst of all, I don't know. I could not even be able to understand anything. Like, especially if people are talking fast. It is like, hey, I'm happy to be at an English department, but Jesus, I really, I'm not ready. I'm really not ready for any of this. I'm really not ready. Like, I don't know, man. like there is a well, and you know what's the problem about this? Is that everyone would literally say things like, have some spine, wake up, wake up to reality, stop being scared, such a baby, or whatsoever. And to be honest, I don't need anyone to be literally telling me this kind of thing when it's probably too late for any and all of this, because I'm pretty much reduced to be as a baby. Like, seriously, I'd rather be taking a job. I'd rather be doing deliveries. I'd rather be, cleaning inside restaurants or whatsoever for a few bucks. I'd rather be, taking away trash for a few bucks. I'd rather be, carrying stuff from a point to point. I'd rather be driving from a point to point. I'd rather be making money than to literally suffer like that. Because it's all just a test of fucking mental fortitude. And I'm sorry to say, but I've already failed that test long ago. In fact, I shouldn't even be tested anymore. I'm a goddamn failure. If that is a test from God, then congratulations. I've completely failed it. And I might probably be the worst person that God has ever created. And he cannot wait till he gets his hands on me and completely, and completely squeezes the shit out of me. Or fucking molest me. I don't even know anymore. Whichever fucking comes first. I won't. There is nothing to do but to just take it. And I know I'm just supposed to be happy. Supposed to just not let any of this affect me. I'm supposed to, live on with my days and try to have fun with whatever time I've got left. But I can't even have fun. I can't even get myself to play some fucking Final Fantasy 15. Yeah. At this point, I don't know. I could be completely wrong with my doubts and conflicted feelings, or I could be right. But I can fucking guarantee that from my previous failures and how the tests have came to me, I could completely guarantee that I'm fucked. And I should have just pretty much did what everyone else have did and just continued in the shitty major. And, well, who knows what could have happened. Like, I mean, hey, at my current old university, I already have got to redo the entire year thanks to all that stuff. Because I wasn't there during all of these tests. Like, honestly, I don't know. I guess I could have just, stopped with my desire for what is my desired major. Just did what everyone else have did, And that probably could have been a turning point to, where what you want is not the right path. But what you didn't want is the right pass. Yeah, that's how it goes. I I don't even know anymore, man. I don't even know anymore. And looking back, before even any of this, there's been a lot. There's been a lot that happened. Starting from exploring fucking porn into knowing what the hell love is feeling like, into literally knowing what the fuck it feels like to not being able to grasp love when you've had the chance, into getting my life upside down with it, and trying to search for anything to let go of the love, to like completely forgetting about the love, discovering the hype, what it feels like, trying to recreate this shit, turning it false. All the social media happened, and not to mention getting my ass into real shit controversial stuff, all the way to take a huge fucking break. And then going back, and then exploring what the fuck is exploring and knowing about role playing on social media, and knowing its severe consequences, and then exploring roleplay related Discord servers, and once again getting my ass so deep into probably one of the most unshakable and probably the most terrible social media controversies that I've ever been into, that shaped my life into the worst. And then later on would bring my ass back into some old roleplay friends and whatsoever. And well, what have I got? A huge half of them were already lost thanks to my very long absence, and losing already a lot of other people thanks to other stupid stuff. Like, yeah, we really have came a long way from getting affected by my parents directly to getting affected by both social media and my parents, and to getting in probably the worst goddamn changes in life. Yeah, my life has had like a lot of fucking wrong choices. And I wonder how the fuck am I still alive? You know, I kinda understand that most of this is getting dragged on for like a long time. And I guess I'm just gonna have to end it on a real long story short kind of thing. Long story short, I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted, emotionally conflicted on whether I'm okay or not. If I was okay, I would have said that I was okay. But definitely more on the side of not being okay. So, in other words, I'm still not feeling good. still not ready. And I've been even getting a few small visions you know, of the day when my mom's gonna be fucking leaving Saudi Arabia, man. God, it's so hurtful. Well, my sister is still with us. And, well, we haven't been really connecting that much, nor catching up that much. Well, I doubt that she will be able to stay because she has her goddamn Spanish husband, and she has her work, and lots of other busy life. So I doubt that she will be staying in for a long time. Although, not gonna lie, it would be really nice for her to stay with, at least someone that I could, at a very tiny bit, guarantee to talk to. Like, I know my uncle's gonna be there and would be able to manage some of my life on the side and whatsoever, but I'm just not feeling comfortable with being just me and him for 4 years. And it really shows how much I regret this. Yeah. Sometimes when we think that we have made the right choices, and it really shows, how much we think that we have, made the right choice, but in the end, it's the most wrongest choice that you could ever think of. Seriously, there are times where you literally think that you have made the right choice, and you'll be calm while taking that choice. But you really turn out that you took the fucking wrong choice. And honestly, couldn't have been any more worse. One of the feelings is that I feel that I have completely fucked my life over. And perhaps, the next few days will prove to me otherwise. Hopefully, I can prove it to me otherwise. Because at the end is a real shit choice. Once you take that choice, you never get back. Yeah. Education fucking sucks. Bottom line is, education fucking sucks. And this is what it does to people. Seriously, this is what it does to people. And probably lots of other people have probably got it worse. Yeah. We live in the year 2024. And in a few months it's gonna be 2025. Yet the ways that education is fucking with us, and how people literally, especially fucking older people like our parents and whatsoever, deal with us about this kind of stuff, yet still have not changed. Just fucking sucks. And all hopes and goodwill that it all gets much better than this, because I don't know if I can be able to keep going. But hopefully I can rest easy again. hopefully, because once again, I cannot fucking guarantee that things are gonna go smoothly. As a matter of fact, it could go completely fucking wrong, bro. Yeah, I guess I'm just repeating myself as a course of time, but that's pretty much all I have said. Repetition of feelings and words. And if they were gone, they would have been gone for a long time. I would have been able to do the things that I've been trying to do, you know? I would have been able to do the things that I've been trying to do. Making patches, making some good, actual good videos, fucking playing video games, recording myself playing video games. Yeah. I would have been able to do most of this, no problem. And when the time of college comes, I would still not be prepared, but I would at least eventually get used to it. Yeah. Unfortunately not. And I'm not rich. Yeah. Bottom line, I'm not ready. And hopefully the next few days will make sure that I am. Because I'm gonna need not only a week, but at least a month. At the very least, a month to be prepared. Because I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen when these things go wrong. I don't know what am I gonna be doing when these things go wrong. So yeah. That's pretty much how I feel today. And probably this feeling's gonna last for the next few days. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that I fucked myself up. That's one thing.